Welcome to the video. Happy New Year! It's 2023. Welcome to the first update video of the new year and the first update video since 2021's Christmas update video. So I didn't do a video to update y'all on stuff last year because we were just kind of cranking shit out really quick. So we did a lot of VidGames FTW and DestinationMarc last year, and especially these last couple months we've been really heavy on the DestinationMarc stuff. So there's a lot to talk about today, and I know since I didn't do, you know, what the fuck just happened to me there? So because I haven't done an update video in a year, essentially, the last one y'all probably saw was the quirky, cute little Christmas one I did with the crash and the Santa hat and the tree, and it was like a storybook or whatever. So I did that. Didn't deliver on everything. I apologize for that. We'll get into that later. But I wanted to do a Christmas. I know we're past December already, but I wanted to do a little quirky past, present, future kind of thing with the theming of this update video. So let's do that.
The past.
I talked about Marc Throwbacks, which is going to be a series. It's still happening. A series of videos. It's discussion videos I've done in the past. I'm talking like way back in 2015, 2016 and so. Brought back with the current style of how I make videos now, because a lot of opinions on a lot of topics from those videos back in the day have altered. They've been altered. They've changed. Some of them might be completely different, a little different. I can add new experiences. So like the first video under this little Marc Throwbacks thing is going to be one of the first discussion videos that I ever did on the channel, which was can video game films be done right? And I'm gonna still make that a video that's under this brand, and it's gonna be different because there are some more movies now that were adapted over, or games adapted into movies, that I watched, need to watch, and then, yeah, add them to this video. So there's that. But speaking of older videos, I don't want this to feel like it's a complete and utter 180, because it really isn't in the grand scheme of everything. We watched a lot of older videos. I'm talking like before my channel had a direction for anything. So like 2012, 2013, 2014. We watched a bunch of those old videos as part of my two-parter 10-year anniversary stream from last month. So we got to kind of reminisce and see all the dumb, cringy shit that I did and the little update videos and stuff. We didn't watch the updates, but they're there, so you know. Speaking of those though, we're going to do something with them where I'm not going to delete them off the channel, but what I want to do, because that just represents an era of me trying to find my footing for this channel, so I don't want to delete them because of that. So I'm not going to, but we are going to unlist them and put them in their own little archived playlist. So you can still see them within the playlist, but if you try to look them up on YouTube, you wouldn't be able to see them. And trying to go through on my channel page through the videos and go to the very, very start, you're going to see like maybe the 2015 update videos if I choose to keep those in, and then like that Mario Galaxy 3 video onward to what we've got now. So that represents pretty much the direction of DestinationMarc, the blue background, and this guy. So, you know, there's that. The older stuff will be in its own little playlist. So
The present.
last year we had a lot of growth. A lot of stuff happened actually. Not only did we hit 3,000 subs, which again, thank you guys so much for. We had the 10-year anniversary. We had got the new computer, so streams have been looking a lot better sometimes, and we've been able to do a lot more with streams. We get to theme streams now. We get to do more than one game in a stream, and we get to do even more, combine games from consoles, little things to do off to the side, like the watch parties and stuff. So like it's been a nice year of growth for the channel, so that's awesome. I'm going to continue to do streams, of course. They might work a little different this time around, only in the sense that the schedules will probably be changing again. So dates and times are going to be shifted around until I can find something that is meant to kind of sit in this really good in-between where a bunch of people, a bunch of mutuals of different time zones can come in and hang out. Because if anything, if I'm being completely honest, from the last year, 2 or so years, we've had a significant drop in viewers, and it's only because mutuals I know get busy and they can't come in on time, and by the time I start and stuff like that. So like, I also want to invite more just fresh newbies to the channel, you know. A lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of people migrate into the comments of my videos, which is awesome. And if any of you guys are watching this update video, I highly recommend you watch the streams because they can get fucking crazy. So, I want to do more streams, but have more people come back in and join streams and just chat, shoot the shit, and have fun, because that's how it was back in, 2016 when I first started streaming, 2017, 2018. But ever since 2019, 2020, after, the pandemic, it's kind of like, stuff happened, which I understand, but then, like, the viewers did drop quite significantly, so I'm hoping that we can kind of bring that back, but not just through sheer will of hoping that, mutuals come back, because, but, trying to shift the schedules and the times and stuff around to see if, that'll help. So, there's that. To also help with that, we've got Twitch and YouTube incentives, of course. So the subs, 3,000 I'm already at, 4,000 we've got this right here, 5,000 it's Sonic, 50 Twitch subs, followers, we will 50 Twitch followers, we will do a full playthrough on Legend of Spyro. I'm doing all this editing like old school, so hopefully this feels kind of like an old discussion video or update video. So we have incentives, and if I'm being honest, I want to go beyond just the 5,000 sub incentive. I mean, we will be once that one's hit. I would like to hit that one this year. I want to space this out and hopefully like hit the 5K sometime in summer, because I've got way loftier goals in mind. I would like to hit 8K, 10K. Those are the next two incentives I have, or at least the next two milestones I have after 5K. I don't have incentives made for them yet, but 8K and 10K are going to be the next things I put up on the stream descriptions and stuff, and those are the next goals I want to hit immediately after 4,000, 5,000, 100 Twitch followers after the 50, so hopefully we can do that. And so again, speaking of streams still, I do want to keep posting the stream schedules to Twitter, which, I'm going to do. But while that's happening, the stream schedules are there to tease the streams that we're going to be doing. In terms of video teases, the thing that's going to be changing this year is that I'm not going to be doing them as frequently. I'm going to be teasing video uploads and stuff and topics, subjects, when they're like already in development, and by the time I'm getting ready to actually render them out and get them ready to upload. So the reasoning behind that is because I've been promising too much and not delivering, and that's been happening quite a lot, and especially with streams last year. The amount of streams I've had to delay, move forward like ahead a week or so, or straight up cancel, it was nuts, and I want to try and not do that as much this year. I want to deliver more on the streams, on the videos, but on the video side of it, I tend to, in the last fucking update video, as cute and rhyming as it was, I didn't do the Crash 4 review, I didn't do the Tetris video, so it's stuff like that I was teasing way out ahead of time, but didn't deliver on. So this year with teasing videos, I want to actually deliver on what I'm actually teasing. And speaking of which, that said, the Crash 4 review is still happening. It's actually happening. It's not, see, record time. I said I'm not going to tease it if it's not active development. The Crash 4 review isn't in active development, but because Crash Team Rumble was shown off to us, and we know what Wumpa League is now, I feel that's enough cause for celebration for me to be able to actually go back and finish and do and script the quick reviews on Crash 4. It was going to be like a full-ass, like 20-minute plus review, but I decided to make it a quick reviews to dwindle it down and make it more straightforward, more to the point. So I'm going to project it somewhere around like 6 to 10 minutes. Not quite quick, but it gives me, like I said, enough to be able to go in and give a straightforward review. Now, however much I gush and whatever is going to make it probably the length it'll be. But the Crash 4 review, TLDR, it's happening. The Crash 4 review is happening. So there's that. And also, I do have 2 videos in active development right now, or in production, rather. A Crash one and a Spyro one. So those will be the first 2 new videos of the new year. And they're going up after this one. So, there you go. And there's more Crashy goodness because the Bandicast is going to come back this month. So I teased that after Crash Team Rumble was shown off. And that just got me so fucking hyped. And I'm excited to bring back the Bandicast. I've gotten some people asking, will you bring this back? Is it just dead? Because you didn't do too many post-launch ones, so you're just done with it. No. At first I thought I was, because I didn't know how much longer I wanted to go with. It's just having to do everything I'm doing, and then trying to get the guests that I want on, and looking back at those applications that I had, and stuff like that. So that I want to debunk and confirm and talk about real quick. The applications are not really going to apply for Season 3 of the Bandicast. I'm not really referring to the applications this time around. I'm more so going to just kind of go down the wish list, the hit list of guests that A, I've already reached out to, and B, I want to reach out to. So, hopefully they'll still be on board, and I do have one person already that I already reached out to. They said they were interested, so we'll see if we can have them be the first guest, and we'll move forward from there. So I'm not going to tease who they are just yet, but I'll probably throw up a teaser when we're ready. We're closer to being ready to record that episode, or even after we've already recorded it. So to keep the promise of when it's in active development, I can tease it. So.
And now the future.
The theme for this year for me and the channel is change. So whereas the content and how I make my videos and stuff won't necessarily be what's changing, kind of everything else is. So what I mean by that is, like I said, the stream schedules and that stuff will kind of be morphing and shifting around as we go through the year. But also just kind of how I'm managing my time. Let's get into that. So in part 1 of the 10-year anniversary stream we did just, like a week or however long ago, I was talking about my game projects, and back, speaking of the old videos and stuff, old update videos and whatnot, I mentioned like all these crazy projects I wanted to do. There was the Crash fan film, which I started to work on with friends, but we dropped it because it was just getting way too big and ambitious. Those game projects like Mighty Jeff, or that one weird fucking rhythm one. Like, there were these little concepts. There were just these crude high schooler drawings, and that's my concept art, and it's just these lofty ambitions of a kid who wanted to work on games. But I've got a project now, and this is something that I've been thinking about for like the last 3 or so years, and this is the one that I want to do, and I talked about it again in that stream. This is one, I didn't show anything off about it, I just said, like I'm saying now, I want to do this game. It's an idea I've had, and this time I'm serious. So I downloaded Unity, and I'm going to learn how to use it, and it's a way for me, myself, to just kind of not wait for anyone to join, even though that is something I am doing. I do want to try and get mutuals in who, A, have their own ambitions for game design, wanting to learn how to design characters, or learn how to do level design or whatever, learn how to program and stuff. and B, are interested in the things that I'm working on right now, and C, mutuals who can communicate, with me to be able to do stuff for the project, and we can back and forth on what's going on with that. So, like, those are the mutuals that I'm specifically looking for, from you guys who have known me for, like, ever now at this point. So, that's what I'm doing with that, and doing this project will kind of, like I was saying, help me kind of learn on my own, for starters, before really sharing the intricacies of what I've got right now. Which, mind you, isn't too much, but it's enough. I've been thinking about it for 3 years, so I've got a bit there, but it's all, like, conceptual. It's all, I'm writing down a list of levels and a list of characters. It's kind of that right now, as those projects usually have started out as when I talked about them in those really old update videos. So there's that, but having YouTube videos to go off of as well for Unity and stuff like that, and just fiddling with it on my own and making the shittiest placeholder assets and whatnot, I think will kind of start to help me actually formulate this idea. TLDR, because this is boring as hell to listen to, I'm just realizing that. I want to work on a game, so I'm going to work on a game this year. Hopefully it actually materializes, and help is appreciated. It's all volunteer work right now, but we'll figure that out, hopefully, if this project can become official. And it's splitting that time between doing the game and doing this, so, and doing the live stuff, like going to work and everything. So, like, work in the morning, the early ass morning, coming home to work on the game, DestinationMarc, VidGames FTW. I still do want, I know I teased it or whatever in the other update video, the Christmas one from 2021, but I want to do West Side Studios again. Not necessarily Trash Talk, but other projects and stuff like that. I actually want to touch on that later as well. So, actually, let's touch on it right now. There is one more big change that I do want to discuss. It may not happen, but it really just depends on what I'm feeling and the feedback I get from Miharu and other friends and stuff as well. It'll be the biggest change to the channel. The channel name, DestinationMarc, came about when Weston and I in high school created West Side Studios. So that was like the parent YouTube channel. And then we split those off into their own sibling or like child channels, which DestinationMarc, and for Weston it was Weston Boulevard, which the channel's still up, but he hasn't done anything on it in years. So he mainly makes his YouTube appearances nowadays on West Side Studios or VidGames. So DestinationMarc, obviously, we're here. So we've been here for the last 10 years. It's just really hard to find me when you look up DestinationMarc because of the word destination. You get to fucking Destination Truth, Destination Mars, Destination Mac. It's like kind of upsetting when you don't see yourself in the search because the name, you didn't think about it, back then. So like, certain YouTuber names and even in the Crash and Spiral community, they come up pretty quickly. So like, that is one huge reason why I kind of want to do this change. If this happens, you will then see, and I'll be teasing kind of what the channel will hypothetically be renamed to. I don't want to say or tease it right now, but it's something I've been thinking about for like the last couple months now, honestly. I mean, kind of like all of last year, really. But it may or may not happen, which is why I'm including this last. So, the channel, too, at the same time, I want to hit the 5K and hit 10K and all that, but I'm kind of thinking, hopefully, we kind of get to, like, an absurd number in the future, just so that way it can kind of help branch off into the big stuff I want to do, which are the games. So I'm not gonna ever really hit the status. There's this totem pole, right? This is the analogy I've made of Crash and Spyro YouTuber community guys. You got your Miharu the Foxes, your Canadian guy A's, your Teal Game Master, your Crystal Fissures. But anyway, I'm not gonna hit any of that. I already know it. But the goal here is to gain a hefty enough of a following to kind of branch off of YouTube, because when the game stuff really cracks down, that's kind of the career path I want to go down. So like the donations and stuff are going to help, and I will be opening that up at some point soon. And having like the Patreon or the whatever, if that's what I end up doing, then there's that, and it will help. But it's not for me to become a YouTuber guy. That's kind of not necessarily where I saw myself going down, and it's just not going to happen. Let's be perfectly honest. But hopefully it can launch off and help with the game stuff I want to do. So that's kind of where we are right now. And I'm sorry this update video got so weird, and it's one of the most, like, I think, real updates that I've made in like a long time. So like that's kind of where we're at. It's still doing the same content. I'm still a Crash and Spyro guy. I'm not, I've seen a lot of Crash and Spyro dudes deviate completely from Crash and Spyro, like Jordan Fringe or Jeremiah Isaiah. So they kind of were there for a minute and then returned to it once in a while, but kind of branch off into their own thing. I'm going to stay Crash and Spyro with all the other games and franchises and stuff sprinkled in, just for variety's sake. But it's not necessarily the channel that's going to like change and like get cut off. It's more so me, because what I want to do is games. So I'm hoping that in the future, like we're talking after this year, we're talking far off in the future now, we can kind of hit that. Like, again, I'm not going to hit no 60, 70,000 subs, but if I got, like, just say a solid, like, 50K, and it helped bring a following of people who come and watch the streams by the dozens and the hundreds or whatever, and got invested is the main thing. Got invested in what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do, and can help, as you guys have helped. And you guys are a small bunch right now, so just imagine you guys times 100 is kind of what I want to do. So in cleaning up the channel and trying to focus on Crash and Spyro with Team Rumble, hopefully more Spyro stuff, like new games and stuff for him, and all of that stuff, with the variety to show that I do more than just Crash and Spyro, but I'm considered Crash and Spyro at the forefront. More stuff, more like, I got the pizza box. I'll show it off. I'll show it off again. This is what made me realize there's potential for me. Like, I'm on the lowest part of the totem pole, like I was saying. So I'm really hoping that, like, if there's any more Activision stuff, or if there's any, or if I can even branch out past Activision, if I can like show stuff off for like Namco or Ubisoft or whatever, like this is all just hypothetical, because Teal does this a lot. He's got all kinds of like cool little hookups and stuff, but I want to try and earn that. We'll see if like from there we can amass more people to come in and just watch our stuff, watch my stuff, and go from there, grow the channel, get a little bit more notice, not for the sake of I'm going to be popular, of course. I've said that numerous times. It's more because I want to try and launch off of this and go into what I want to do. And because a lot of indie people, indie studios and stuff, they get their start small and then they build their following, but they've got stuff to show for their games and projects. Right now I don't. So I need the help. I don't want it to be just me, but learning how to do the games and stuff, I think that can be just me for right now. So I can learn on my own. Any other mutuals want to help, definitely just hit me up on Twitter and the like. And we can just go from there, I think. So that's pretty much it. This is a long ass update video. I'm sorry. This year is going to be about change, and hopefully it's for the better. And we'll see if all this stuff comes to pass and comes to fruition, because I really want it to. But it's just more about growth. This is the growth update video. Sorry. Discord. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Oh, shit.